Hey everyone, my name is Horace. Welcome to this week's Horus-Scope. Today we'll be starting just talking about some of the cards I pulled actually, just to understand what's happening on like a collective level. So it seems like we start this week with this resin card, and this symbolizes like the door we're moving through this week. And it feels like we're moving out of the chrysalis, something like grief, systems of power, or someone maybe trying to keep us from moving forward. So this week it feels like we're really breaking out of the resin per se and returning to what's been lost. And I think we see this with the Uranus card that comes after. And this is telling us that this week we're experiencing freedom through like an aha moment, a stroke of genius. This week we learn something new about ourselves. Maybe it feels like things are getting a little bit easier this week, easier to create, easier to flow. And then our guides come in later in this reading as the symbol of Neptune. And they're here to kind of tell us to lean on our spiritual practices, to see things from a higher perspective, and to embrace the things that like really nourish our soul. But we're going through this alchemical process this week because we're asking to kind of embrace or not embrace, but like put down this idea of dissolution. And this card kind of talks about releasing what we thought was possible for ourselves, to release who we thought we were, to release more of our limiting beliefs so that we can return to embodying our deepest and highest self. So the next part of this process, this horoscope, is I tuned into the Akashic records, which I do pretty frequently, to just feel into what messages wanted to be shared this week. So, first off, it seems like Akasha is asking more people to be awakened to the records and its importance. So, if you, for whatever reason, want to learn how to read the records, just hit me up and we can learn together. Or maybe I'll put a little group together. But it seems like currently there are two major ways we receive information these days. There's the left brain, which is like AI, books, the news. The symbol of like the left brain has really been coming up a lot, and for me it relates to kind of like the tangible intellect. And Akasha, the cosmos, our higher self, and guides, which are kind of like the symbols for the right brain, or the arrival of non-linear wisdom, poetry, things we can't really measure. So, really, the main message here from Akasha is this week I'm seeing a lot of like different timelines come together. And it's like all these people from the past or people in different timelines are coming together to experience something together. It's like everyone kind of like gathering at Coachella from all around the world to experience like a very important event. And it seems like a canon event or a destiny point where kind of like all of humanity that lives here at this time must experience this thing. And by experiencing this, all of us will be kind of changed in some way forever. And I feel like all of this is kind of already happening in a sense. We keep seeing all of these various atrocities happen all around the planet that are really deeply changing our consciousness and how we think and how we process things. And this may be triggering a lot of grief that we may have within us, which is kind of really kind of needing to come out of the body more now than ever so that we can really accept this new version of ourselves that's wanting to come through. Because a lot of times I see grief related to us holding on to the past or holding on to some type of nostalgia or a past version of ourselves. But this new version of ourselves wants to come through. So it's kind of like, how do we kind of let go and release the hand so that we can step through a new door? So, also these timelines I feel like are also coming together, which may signify like people from our past coming back. And maybe this means nothing when you see this person again. Maybe it's for a really important reason. You have something to deliver to them. Either way, like just make sure maybe to have good boundaries this week. I'm also being told that like a lot of this growth and change we're experiencing is in order to receive some type of new technology, whether that means a physical technological tool, or more of a spiritual, energetic, or ancestral tool. And either way, kind of like all technology, it affects the way that we move through the world, showing us a new way of seeing and working with our reality. I'm also being told that kind of this canon event per se only gets to begin when all of the actors in the play are in place, meaning there are certain astrological, governmental, and spiritual alignments that must happen in order to kind of like trigger this event. And for me, I see like Saturn in the mix a lot, this really important planet in our solar system where we receive our blueprint, or where the divine writes up the contract, or where the first domino falls. So I think intuitively there's a lot of this planet right now, and it's kind of like helping us shake off a lot of the debris that we're carrying. And yeah, overall, a lot of these messages, you may see some kind of common thread within all of them, maybe not, but this is kind of like the mystery of the Oracle of Akasha. She kind of challenges us to open our eyes to non-linearity and see how our physical reality answers the questions that may be popping up within our minds while receiving this information. Meaning, if you are searching to understand something, just kind of like put the intention out to learn and see if your reality or your dreams teach you something new. So, thank you all for joining this week's horoscope. I'll try to do these really when it's in alignment. Who knows? But thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week.